Okay. So, hi, my name's Lexi, and we showing you guys my career speech assignment today. So, from the beginning, there's a lot of pressure on kids to figure out what they want to do for the rest of their life. The age-old question, what do you want to be when you grow up, is asked repeatedly from such a young age to such an old age, and everywhere in between. I know personally that when I was younger, I wanted to be things like a teacher or a ballerina. Although to a 6-year-old, these careers seem pretty awesome, they're not that realistic for 16, 17-year-old me. So as I got older and wiser, I've discovered a little bit more reasonable careers. I'm not exactly sure what I want to pursue as I get older, but I have discovered that business seems to be my calling at the moment. So after spending a lot of time considering new jobs, I've seemed to find a direction. I've discovered that playing to one's strengths can help find a direction pretty easily. For example, growing up, I was the oldest child, and unfortunately got called bossy a lot. Well, I can see this as a pro because I stand my ground, and being a natural born leader is a strong suit of mine. I also see this as a strength in business management, as it's a skill that's needed in order to be successful. But the truth is, no 10-year-old sits there and thinks, oh yeah, I'm going to pursue business management when I'm older. But I can say that one person I looked up to was my dad. My dad inspired me a lot in wanting to go into business. A lot of good people seem to lose their values as the years go on with wealth and success, but even though my dad has had great success, he's still very humble and keeps true to his values. And that's something that I have immeasurable respect for. So, delving into what a management analysis is, it could also be referred to as a management consultant. This is somebody who's hired by different companies in order to evaluate their business and tweak it for optimal profit. In order to succeed in this area, having a fundamental understanding for real-world issues and being realistic is important. Having a deep grasp on reality is important when creating an effective business plan, as you're dealing with real people and real humans. And creating the perfect world business strategy isn't always going to work. This is really important in order to be successful. This is something that attracts me to this career because I really do enjoy working with people and hearing about different experiences and backgrounds that they come from. And I think it's a skill that's important in being successful. Another part of the job that makes it really appealing is that it's not your average 9-to-5 job, and that you work with multiple different companies and people over an extended amount of time. So it's a new problem every day. Speaking of problems, in order to be successful in this job, you need to be a problem solver, which is something that I consider myself. Usually when you're being called into a company, they have an issue that they couldn't solve on their own. So coming up with a realistic business plan, as I said before, is important. So what it takes to be a management analyst is usually a bachelor's degree or higher, except it's not really too common to find a business analysis or consultant with anything higher than a master's, mostly because experience is usually needed more over a degree. So this career is not commonly done through like practices. It's usually done more independently, but it can be done through practices. As of salaries, according to money.usa.news, the average income is around $84,000 a year as of 2018. The top 25% in this business or career made as much as $113,000. Okay, so now that I covered the pros, it's always important when considering a career that you're going to pursue, the cons. So some of the cons, at least for me, is that this career is very, very male dominated. Unfortunately, because of societal standards, usually a male consultant is going to be valued over a female consultant. But although this does kind of suck as a female, it's not going to push me away from this career because I'm very motivated, and I'll just take it as something to influence me to work harder. Another con is that this career is very, very high stress, and you have to be very flexible, because usually a lot of companies will give you a very short amount of time to basically solve the why is my company not making enough money issue. It also requires, like I said, a lot of flexibility in your schedule and a lot of long nights. But in my mind, some juice is worth the squeeze. So, all in all, the best part about this job is that it's not only something that I'm strong at, like engaging the bossy little girl that I was at such a young age, but it's also something I'm interested in. I've changed my career choice a lot over the years, but business is something that I've stuck with for a minute now, so I have confidence that it's what I'm going to pursue. And who knows, maybe some days my kids will look up to me just like I did my dad. Thank you for listening. Woo!